The elevator only moves when you're not alone. Some places aren't abandoned, they're just waiting. This happened inside a building that should have been empty, but the elevator proved otherwise. I wasn't supposed to be there that night. The building had been shut down for years, a 19-floor office tower somewhere on the edge of the city. No electricity, no security, no reason for anyone to go inside. Except me. I'm a freelance videographer. I make urban exploration videos, abandoned places, forgotten buildings, the kind of content people binge at 3 a.m. And that building had been on my list for months. People online said weird things about it. Not haunted, not exactly, just wrong. I reached the building around 11:40 p.m. The streets were empty. No traffic, no sound. Just the faint hum of wind pushing against broken glass windows. The main gate was already open. That should have been my first warning. I stepped inside, flashlight in one hand, camera in the other. The air inside felt heavy, like the building hadn't breathed in years. Every step echoed, too loudly, too clearly. The walls were stained, old water leaks, peeling paint, and something else that looked darker than it should have been. I tried to ignore it, focused on filming, talking to the camera like I always do, trying to sound calm, normal, even though I didn't feel normal. I was on the ground floor, exploring the lobby, when I saw it. The elevator, at the end of the hallway. That didn't make sense. This building had no power. Everything else was dead. But the elevator panel was glowing, dim, flickering, alive. I slowly walked toward it. Each step felt heavier than the last, like something was pulling me forward. The elevator doors were slightly open, just a few inches. Dark inside, completely silent. I raised my camera, zoomed in. Nothing, just darkness. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. I pressed the button, and it lit up. Not flickering, not weak, bright, like it had been waiting for someone to touch it. And then I heard it, a deep mechanical sound from inside the walls, like something waking up. The elevator doors slowly opened, fully. Inside, everything looked normal, clean, too clean compared to the rest of the building. I stepped inside. I don't know why. Curiosity, maybe, or something else. The moment I entered, the doors shut behind me, hard, loud, final. I turned around quickly, tried to open them again, pressed the button. Nothing. That's when I noticed something that made my stomach drop. There were no floor buttons, none. Just a single screen flickering, and one line of text, "Stand still." I laughed nervously, thought it was some kind of broken system, maybe an old security feature. But then, the elevator moved, without any button, without any command. It started going up, slowly. I checked the screen again. The message had changed. Now it said, "Do not turn around." That's when I heard it. A soft sound behind me, inside the elevator, breathing. I froze. The sound was right behind me, slow, uneven, like someone trying not to be heard. My first instinct was to turn around. Anyone would, but I didn't. I couldn't, because of the screen. It changed again, right in front of me, glitching, like it was struggling to update. Then it stabilized and displayed, "If you turn around, it will move." My heart started pounding so loud, I was sure whatever was behind me could hear it. Or maybe it already could. That's when it hit me. The elevator wasn't broken. It wasn't random. It had rules, and I had just become part of them. The breathing behind me got closer, slightly, still slow, still controlled, but closer. I could feel it now, not touching me, not yet, but close enough that the air felt different, colder, heavier. My hand was shaking, but I slowly raised my camera, not turning around, just lifting it, tilting it slightly to capture behind me through the screen. At first, nothing, just static, grain, darkness. Then, a shape. It was standing right behind me, too tall, too still, and its face wasn't clear, like the camera refused to focus on it. But I could see enough. Its head tilted slightly to one side, unnaturally, and its arms were too long, hanging lower than they should. The breathing changed, closer now, right at my neck. Slow inhale, slow exhale. The screen flickered again, harder this time, almost aggressive. Then new text appeared. Do not let it touch you. My chest tightened. I wanted to move, to run, to do something, but there was nowhere to go. The elevator suddenly stopped, hard. The lights flickered, once, twice, then stabilized. I looked at the screen, hoping to see a floor number, an exit, anything, but instead it showed Level 7, not safe. And then the doors started opening, slowly, painfully slow. The gap widened. Darkness outside. No light, no hallway, just black. The screen changed again. Do not exit. So now I had two choices. Stay inside with something breathing behind me, or step out into complete darkness. That's when the thing behind me moved. Not a step, not fully, just leaned closer. I felt it right next to my ear, and then it whispered. Not words, not exactly, just a sound, like something trying to imitate a human voice. My camera screen suddenly distorted, heavy static, and for a split second, I saw its face clearly. It had no eyes, just empty, dark holes, and a smile, too wide, too stretched. I almost turned. I swear I almost did. But then the screen changed again. It wants you to look. The doors were still open. The darkness outside felt like it was watching me, and the thing behind me was closer than ever. Then the screen showed one final message. Choose. Stay or step out. I didn't move. I couldn't. The word on the screen, choose, it felt less like an option and more like a warning. Stay inside with something breathing down my neck, or step out into a place the elevator itself called unsafe. Either way, something wanted me to make a mistake. The thing behind me moved again, closer, closer than before. Its breath was no longer behind my neck. It was right next to my ear. This time, it wasn't just a sound. It tried to speak. Don't stay. That's when I understood something. It didn't want me inside. It wanted me to leave the elevator. And that alone made my decision. I stayed. The moment I decided, the doors slammed shut, violently. The elevator dropped, fast, too fast. My stomach flipped, lights flickered wildly, and behind me, the thing finally moved. Not slowly this time, not carefully. It lunged. I felt something brush my jacket, cold, sharp. I panicked, almost turning around, but the screen flashed violently. Do not break rules. I forced myself still, didn't move, didn't turn, didn't react. The breathing changed again, faster now, aggressive, like it was angry. The elevator stopped instantly, no slowdown, just stop. The screen updated. Level 3, observe. The doors opened, slow. This time, there was a hallway outside. Dim lights, flickering, walls clean but empty. No furniture, no doors, just a long corridor stretching into darkness. The screen displayed, "Step out, do not look back." This was different. Before, it told me not to exit. Now, it was forcing me to. Either the elevator was helping me, or it was playing the same game in a different way. I took a breath and stepped out. The moment my foot touched the floor, the air changed. Warmer, but not safer. Behind me, the elevator doors shut, slow. And for a split second, I saw inside. The thing was still there, standing inside the elevator, but now it was facing me, and it was smiling. I quickly looked away, remembering the rule. I started walking forward, slowly, carefully. The lights above me flickered, one by one as I passed under them. Step, echo, step, echo. After a few seconds, I realized something. My footsteps weren't the only ones. There was another sound, behind me, matching my pace. I stopped. The sound stopped too. I wanted to turn around, but the rule, do not look back. I took another step. So did it. Whatever was in the elevator was no longer in the elevator. The hallway ahead felt endless, and whatever was behind me was getting closer. Then, the lights ahead went out, one by one, and something started running toward me.
It started running, fast, too fast. The sound of footsteps behind me was no longer matching mine. It was gaining on me. I didn't think, I ran. The hallway stretched endlessly ahead, lights flickering above me, turning off one by one as I passed under them. And behind me, those footsteps, getting louder, closer, heavier. My breathing out of control, heart pounding, feet slamming against the floor, and something else right behind me, not human. I kept running, but something felt wrong. The hallway wasn't changing. Same lights, same cracks on the walls, same stains. I wasn't moving forward. I was running, but going nowhere. I looked ahead, hoping to see anything different, an exit, a door, anything. But instead, I saw something that made me freeze. There was a body lying in the middle of the hallway, face down, still, clothes dirty, old, like it had been there for a long time. I slowed down just for a second. Big mistake. The footsteps behind me, almost on top of me now. I had no choice. I ran past the body, and as I passed it, I saw the face. It was me. Same clothes, same face, same camera, eyes wide open, frozen in fear. My brain couldn't process it. That wasn't possible. I was alive. I was running. Something brushed my back, harder this time. Long fingers dragging across my jacket. Do not let it touch you. I sprinted, faster than before, ignoring everything, ignoring logic, ignoring fear. The lights ahead all turned off at once, pitch black. I couldn't see anything, just footsteps behind me and breathing. Closer, closer. My foot hit something. I tripped. I hit the ground hard, camera slipping from my hand. Everything stopped. No footsteps, no breathing, nothing. I didn't move, didn't even breathe. Then, a faint light appeared, in front of me, flickering. The elevator, doors open, waiting. The screen inside it, glowing again. Return. I didn't trust it, but I had no choice. As I stood up, I almost looked behind me, but I didn't. I ran into the elevator. The doors slammed shut instantly. I turned just slightly toward the reflective metal wall, and for a split second, I saw it. standing right behind me again, closer than ever before, smiling. And this time, it didn't disappear.
It didn't disappear. Not this time. I didn't turn fully, but I didn't need to. The reflection was enough. It was standing right behind me, closer than ever, its head slightly tilted, that same unnatural smile. I waited for the screen to change, for a warning, a rule, something. But nothing came. No text, no flicker, just me and it. That's when I understood. The rules weren't there to protect me. They were there to prepare me. My body moved on its own. Slowly, I turned around. For the first time, I saw it clearly. Its face was wrong. Skin stretched too tight, mouth too wide, and those eyes not empty anymore. Now they were filled with something moving inside them, like shadows trying to escape. It didn't attack, didn't move, just stared. Then it spoke, clearly this time. "You stayed." My chest tightened. I couldn't respond. Most don't. My mind flashed back, the body in the hallway, my face. That wasn't random. That was a version of me that failed. Suddenly, the screen flickered back to life. Final stage. I stepped back. The thing didn't follow. The screen changed again. Only one may leave. I looked at it. It looked at me. This was never escape. This was selection. The elevator shook violently, lights flickering, metal creaking, and then it moved. Fast, too fast to react. It grabbed my arm, its touch freezing, like my blood stopped instantly. The screen glitched wildly. Contact detected. I tried to pull away, but its grip tightened. Then I understood. There was only one way out. I did the only thing I could think of. I pushed it, hard, using everything I had. It stumbled, just slightly, but enough. I lunged forward toward the control panel. There were still no buttons, but now there was one, a single red button. Replace. My heart dropped. This wasn't escape. It was a trade. Behind me, it recovered, coming again. No time left, no options. I pressed it. Everything stopped. No movement, no sound, no light. Then, darkness. 3 days later, someone else entered that building. Same way I did, camera in hand, curiosity in mind. They reached the lobby and saw it. The elevator, lights on, doors slightly open, and inside, standing perfectly still, was me, smiling. The end.